Hey guys, Arm&Gun here tonight with another Pimp My Gun gun accessorizing video. So, tonight we're featuring another AR-15, this one kind of from the depths of time, the Warsport LVOA, that stands for Low Visibility Operation Applications. This gun has been discontinued for a number of years now because Warsport is gone. But another company stepped in to carry the torch, and they are Zero Delta, which are the guys that produce these mounts and a few other things. If you look up Zero Delta, they're actually back in the AR game. They're making some stuff. They re-released some LVOA styled stuff at SHOT Show this year, and I'm pretty excited to see where their lineup goes from here. But that's enough about that. Let's get this thing down and start going through these upgrades. First off, we got this JP silent captured buffer. These are really neat systems. They really take that scratchy spring noise out of the action. They kind of smooth things up a little bit as well. Then we've got my favorite of all time, Magpul UBR Gen 1, stock in the matching foliage green. The LVOA actually kind of pioneered that color and made it popular, which is kind of neat. Then we're going to swap out the factory BCG with a Lantac enhanced bolt carrier group. These are pretty slick little units, really actually slick, like grime and dirt and carbon just wipes right off. Then up front, we've got an Accu-Tac bipod. These things are all kinds of slick. I really dig them. If you've watched me for long, you've seen me throw them on a lot of my guns. We're going to swap out that Optic with something a little bit different. And actually from our donor gun up here, which you guys can kind of see, we'll get to that towards the end. And then up front, the business end, we're going to toss in a Precision Armament EFAB muzzle brake / comp / flash hider type of affair. And we're going to test out this handy little device from Area 419. This is their HellFire linear flash suppressor. I'm not sure which adapter this is. They have this cool universal adapter system. This one, I literally opened this up a half an hour ago from Tom at Go Tactical. I don't know if this is the 5.56 thread pitch or the 7.62 thread pitch. If it's a 5.56, we're going to have a really cool system on our hands. If not, well, we can kind of dry fit it and just see. But I think that would be the ideal solution for this system to kind of keep with the whole low visibility, because this thing, that kicks off a flash. It's a muzzle brake / comp. Those throw out some decent fireballs. So I don't really know why. They should have gone with a flash suppressor type style system with this, in my opinion. I mean, this whole cowling I think is supposed to work a little bit like a flash suppressor, but we still get some fireballs. Anyways, let's stop talking, let's jump into this. And there are a couple more upgrades I've already done to the gun. I'll just go over those real quickly here as well. Mainly by Phase 5 Tactical. We've got their winter trigger guard there, just enlarged, enhanced, really aesthetic looking trigger guard, definitely like that. And their enhanced bolt release. I throw these in a lot of the guns I have without ambi systems, but basically it gives you a paddle right here by your trigger guard. Press that down, that drops your bolt, which is real slick. Does allow you also to lock the bolt back manually. Pretty slick little system. We've already got the ambi battle arms development 45-degree short throw safety from the factory, and they got a laser engraved Warsport logo, Radian rapid charging handle. Radian making one of the best charging handles on the market. Definitely dig their stuff. But without further ado now, let's bust into the back here. Let's get this B5 SOP mod stock off. So that guy, nice little system. Again, foliage green, pretty cool, but not as cool as that Warsport. So we're gonna get this buffer tube off first. So let's pop open the upper. We'll actually take out our bolt carrier group while we're at it. This factory RCA, nice enough system that came with the Gen 1 guns. And let's get our buffer out as well. Again, a Warsport engraved part on their buffer there, their spring. Now we'll just back off this castle nut. Castle nut all the way back. Let your end plate pop up. And then you can just spin off your whole receiver extension or buffer tube. And just like that, your buffer and retaining spring are gonna fly out and disappear into nothingness. And that's okay, because we're going with the JP silent capture buffer, and they don't really need that retaining pin anymore. So it's gonna play it cool, and Sale's gonna get rid of them anyways. So now our UBR system here comes with its own rear extension. We're just going to thread that into the lower receiver just until it's snug. And then we'll separate our stock up here. Focusing on this upper part first, that's just gonna slip on. It's gonna act as your end plate as well, securing in that rear takedown pin. Get that just closed in there nicely. And then that locks down via a big screw in the back. Voila, that's done. Pop on our lower piece here. And your buttstock is complete. Now we can just drop in the silent captured buffer, like so. Again, it's not a spring under pressure, so it doesn't need to worry about that going anywhere. It's not gonna come flying out at you every time you open the receiver, which is why you don't need that detent there. Actually, the detent just makes it very hard to remove that guy going forward. We'll throw in our Lantac enhanced bolt carrier group. Thing is smooth as butter. Then we can go ahead and close our receiver group. And let's just test out that silent captured buffer. Not sure if you can really hear, but you hear very little. You don't hear that typical spring just sliding around back there. Super slick. Feels really nice and slick as well. Really nice slick system. So let's now go ahead and bust open this handguard and swap out this muzzle device. So I already got this thing loosened off. A couple to screw. Pretty simple to take these things off, actually. It was a pretty smart system the way they came up with it. There we go. It's actually a really slick system for how they have this mounted. Very simple. And it seems like more companies are coming back to that clamping method. So there's your mythological, legendary handguard that was never attainable. And here is your bare barrel. We got a battle comp on here now. I already got this thing loosened off. So we'll just spin that guy off. And now, moment of truth on that area 419 HellFire. I really have a feeling this is too, oh yeah, this is way too big. Tom, you sent me only one. Nuts. So anyways, you got these flats on here so you can dial it down. I guess we'll throw that handguard back on and just look for a second what could have been. That's all right, I'll bug Tom. We'll get Tom at Go Big Tactical. We'll get that unit on here yet, because I think it would be just freaking cool. Okay, so that's on there. This is what this awesome QD flash hider would look like. Oh, yeah. Yep. That's gonna have to happen. Tom, you'll be hearing from me in the morning. Anyways, that's it for that. Let's pop on our Epsilon, which already looks loads better than that battle comp. All right, I should actually have this thing timed already for this guy. Spin this guy on. And we'll just get it tight with an AR wrench. Note, if this thing is really tight, I would recommend using a reaction rod so you don't put stress on the receiver. Now, let's get this handguard back on. And feast your eyes on that cool little unit. The EFAB is really cool as is, but man, looking inside this LVOA handguard, oh, that almost looks better than Warsport's top hat, which was their proprietary little muzzle device that they put in these things. Super cool, super cool. All right, let's toss off this Optic Aimpoint Comp M4S, and we're gonna borrow an optic from my HK KEG clone. I'm gonna do a video on building this thing out pretty quick and how to do your own KEG clone. Look for that maybe in a week or two. We're gonna pop off this Geissele Super Precision mount and throw that on the LVOA. We got a USO TS 1-8X. Nice little value. First focal plane illuminated 1-8 scope. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Throw that guy on here. All right. You can just hand tighten these, but then you can crank them down with a socket later. All right, now all we're missing is the wonderful, always fashionable Accu-Tac bipod. That cutie lever. Lock that guy down, and we are ready to go. Oh, yep, there we go. She's done. She's range ready. Thanks a ton, guys. As always, these are fun videos to do. Throw me suggestions for other stuff, or if you know of other gear I should be playing with, let me know as well. It's just I'm running out of Gucci gear to start throwing at these guns for builds. So throw me ideas for other stuff you want to see, and I will do my best to track some of that gear down. If you guys want to support the channel, please like, subscribe, share, comment, do all the things. They all really do help me out. And if you want some bonus content, some deals, or just some questions answered by yours truly, hit me up on Patreon for a couple bucks a month. I do make myself available to you guys there, and I do post company deals. When I get company deals, I'll throw things on there as well. Discounts on things like Galotech, things like that. If you guys want to help me out or help the channel out, I try and help you guys back. Thanks a ton, guys. Arm&Gun out.